Child, y'all gonna learn to start FaceTiming people and stop going by liking people for who they are based off their voice. If you ain't learned by now, niggas be out here catfishing like a mother. Living my life like it's stolen, 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 living my life like it's stolen. Come on, everybody, it's your favorite Auntie Momo. We are back again for another episode review of Catfish, y'all. This is season 8, episode 64, Keontae and Tyler, y'all. This episode was cute. It was tea. It was tea, but before we get into it, y'all already know how my church announcements go. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure your notification bells are turned on, all that good stuff. Another thing, make sure you checking out my description box down below, okay? I keep some important information down there, okay? Stuff you should know, like, for example, if you are a YouTuber yourself, a content creator, and you don't have TubeBuddy, you need to get TubeBuddy, okay? I got a discount code down there. I got information on how you can get you some good body scrubs, some good Seamoss, different kind of merch, all that stuff, okay? I also do a panel on Sunday nights. Information about the people that are on the panel with me are down below, as well as the email address, all kind of stuff, okay? Check out my description box. It'd be some popping information up in there, okay? Make sure notification bells are turned on, all that good stuff, okay? Another thing, y'all, let me let y'all know. It's my birthday. Well, not today, but it's coming up next week, okay? June 27th. Your girl gonna be 42. Get into all this fine blackness. Y'all, this episode was cute. It was tea, you know what I'm saying? Again, y'all gonna learn sooner or later to just FaceTime these people. And if they don't want to FaceTime you, it's gonna save you a whole lot of trouble. It's gonna save you a whole lot of trouble. Cause apparently, even talking to them on the phone, they can still, they can still be catfishing your ass on the phone. You don't even know it. Start FaceTiming these motherfuckers. And if you can't FaceTime them, have them send you a video of your name on a Post-it note. You know what I'm saying? With something very specific on it. I'm just saying, it's ways around doing this shit. Look, anyways, hopefully y'all are ready for this review because you know I'm ready to give it to you. So let's go and get up and see what y'all. Okay, y'all, look, so we got Keontae. Keontae is from Ohio. Super cute. He reminds me of like a little brother or something. He's so cute. He's been talking to Tyler for the last year and a half, okay? Now, well, a little bit over a year. Not exactly a year and a half, but over a year. Long enough. Damn it. Keontae, yeah. And I'm only calling you, I'm fussing at you because you should have known better. I'm sorry, Keontae, baby. You should have known better. Anyways, he's been talking to Tyler. Tyler is originally from Ohio, where Keontae is from, Ohio. Tyler is now living in New York. He's a go-go dancer in New York. They're both models, right? Now, Keontae says that Tyler slid up into his IG DMs, and you know, since then they started talking, and he's said that Tyler has said, you know, many different things that just kind of caught his eye, caught his attention, and just really kind of, you know, made him kind of like, who was he? And the one thing he said that stood out was like, I want to sniff, smell, and eat your ass. And Keontae was like, oh, that sounds interesting. And I thought to myself, you know, I probably would have been like, except see what this shit be like. After they were talking on IG a while, they eventually moved over to Snapchat, where reason being, Tyler had a girlfriend at the time. He wasn't quite out the closet yet, not to his family, friends, none of that. So he wanted to talk to him on Snapchat. That way, because you know, Snapchat basically kind of has like an encryption in it. As soon as you read a message, it'll delete if you don't, you know, set up the settings so where the messages won't delete. So he didn't want his girlfriend to happen to go through his messages on IG and see that he was talking to a dude. So he was like, well, let's go ahead, go over here to Snapchat. And they started talking from there, right? Now, he says that Tyler has been there for him emotionally, sexually. Now, how he been there for you sexually, nephew? How? Y'all ain't even FaceTime. So how is he there for you? Unless you mean like sex time on the phone, which that don't count. I'm just saying, I ain't saying what I heard, I'm saying what I know. Now, Keontae is supposed to be walking in New York Fashion Week, the next, coming up week or whatnot, and that was supposed to be a good time for him to meet Tyler at that time. they was gonna meet, but now all of a sudden Tyler gonna be out of town and they're not gonna be able to meet at that time. Again, nephew, that should have been, look here. All the signs were there, baby. I'm just saying, I'm not finna take it easy on you because you should have known better. You should have known better, okay? Also, when they met, Tyler said that was going to be his opportunity to come out to his family and let everybody know that, you know, that they're together. He's in a relationship. He's bisexual or whatnot. Whoop-de-whoop, yada, yada, yada. Now, mind you, he ain't with the girlfriend no more, right? Now, he says that his DL name on Snapchat was Ray Wilson. Again, he didn't want nobody out there in the world to know that he on the DL or whatnot, right? So it's just a whole lot of confusion that's going on with that. Again, nephew, all the signs was there in your face. I don't see how you didn't see that. I don't see how you didn't see that. Child, it's time to investigate. They searched the photos. Pause. Before they investigate, Keontae says that he tried to search for his real name, Ray Wilson. Oh no, I take that back. He tried to search for his real name, which is Tyler Brown, but he didn't find nothing when he did a Google search on him, right? He never searched Ray Wilson, which is his DL name on Snapchat. So it's Neave and Cammy investigating. They searched the photos of Tyler. Lo and behold, the first photo that they do, it pops up. Find an IG page with this dude. The dude name is Keontae. He got a whole IG page, whole bunch of pictures, a whole lot of, so off the rip. They was able to say, okay, it's not him. They sent him a message, although he never, you know, returns their message. They could go ahead and verify without verifying and verify that that's not the nigga that you talking to, boo. They searched for Ray Wilson in Cleveland, and they end up finding a guy on there who has an email, and the email has the words Ty in it. And of course, they're tying that to Tyler, which is supposed to be his name. You know, yada, yada, yada. It could be a whole ass coincidence, but still. There's also a Venmo account that's associated with that name. Tyler Brown is the name that's on the doggone Venmo. So they like, okay, well, bitch, this 2468 whoop-de-whoop. They searching through the Venmo because, you know, you can see transaction history on Venmo, which is why I got my shit on private. I don't need everybody up in my private, my search history on Venmo. Because y'all need to be knowing what the hell I'm doing. They see a search history with this chick named Neale Hurston. And it's only like 2 transactions really that's on there. So, of course, they end up sending her a message. And she actually ends up calling them back immediately. Now, child, here's where the shit gets sketchy. Mine says that she does know who the name Tyler Brown is. His name is actually Geo, and that's her best friend, right? Now, Neave asks, why does he have all these different aliases? She gets sketchy as hell. She was like, oh, because he's private. You know, he's a model. You know how these models are. Cammy was like, no, see, the bitch full of shit. You already know any model out there don't want their shit to be private because they want it to be out there seen by any and everybody with the hopes that somebody gonna catch that shit. Come on now, Cammy is a whole ass model. She ain't just Miss Teen USA, bitch. Get into it, yeah. So Neave is like, okay, well, can I ask, does he have an IG? Again, the bitch talking about it's a personal business IG. I don't know if I can give it out. That don't even make sense when you say that together. Personal business IG. I'm just saying, make it make sense, boo. Make it make sense. So Neave asks if he's dating anybody. She says no. Then Neave asks, does he date men and women? And she says yes, he's bi. Neave asks, do you know if he's out? She says yes, he's out, whoop de whoop, yada, yada, yada. Neave was like, well, you can't give me nothing else, no phone number, no picture, no nothing like that. She was like, no. And he was like, all right, cool. Go ahead and let him know that we call. We need to holler at him post haste because we know something going on. We just waiting to bust his ass. Another thing that she was doing, every time she would ask, Neave and then would ask her a question, it would take her a moment. She would pause before she would answer the question. The heifer was she either had Tyler right there in a room with her and she was trying to get information from him so she could relay it back to Neave, or she was texting somebody at the same time she was on the phone with them, again, to get the right answers to answer back. I mean, mama was not slick with her shit at all, bruh. We seen what she was doing, bruh. The next day, Gio ends up calling him back, and Neave ends up recording his voice so later on they can play it for Keontae, see if he recognizes the voice, right? So they ask him, and Gio was like, "What's up?" Of course, Neave gives him the rundown of like, whoop-de-whoop, yada, yada, yada. We trying to find this dude, what's up, what's good. He's talking about he don't know who Keontae is, he don't know who Tyler is, he doesn't know nothing about nothing that's going on with nothing, right? So Neave is like, okay, so kind of tell me about you. What do you do? Like, where do you live? And he was like, yeah, I live in New York. I'm a go-go dancer. And he was like, my nigga, you don't know nothing about nothing, but it's just a motherfucking coinky dink that you a go-go dancer out here popping your pussy just like this other dude here is. Nah, man, come on, man. Quit bullshitting with me, man. You know what the hell is going on? He talking about, nah, I don't know what's going on, but I got to hurry up and go, because matter of fact, I got to go get on the pink at the pole at the pink right now. I got to go. And hung up the phone on him. And even Cam was like, bitch, hell, we know something's going on now. Girl, so they get back to Keontae with T. They let him know everything that's going on. Of course, he's pissed off. Then they let him hear a recording of the voice that Neave had, recorded on the phone. Immediately, he recognized the voice. He said it was of his friend that was in his bed 4 months ago, just as friends with a benefit, just 4 months ago, and his name is Golden. But he was like, he doesn't sound nothing like Tyler, who I've actually been talking to on the phone. He does say that Golden just recently moved to New York, and yes, Golden is a go-go dancer, and he knows that couldn't be who he was talking to, because again, the voice just doesn't add up. So girl, Keontae ends up sending Tyler a message on Snapchat, and it's basically like, look here, nigga, we know the jig is up, something going on, and we need to go ahead and meet up. What's good? Tyler ends up sending him a voice message back, and again, it's his deep-ass voice, and was like, no. What you talking about, bro? I don't even know what it is. What you talking about? You been knowing I've been wanting to meet you. So Keontae sends him a message back, and it's like, all right, cool. Book a flight tomorrow then, nigga. Tyler responds back, was like, all right, cool. I'll be there tomorrow. And then Keontae eyes get big. Now, don't get big now, nephew. You been wanting this. This all this took. The next day, Keontae calls Cammy saying that Tyler texted him saying that he's on the way there. He missed his first flight. He had to catch his second flight. He got the address. He's on his way to the house now. He telling Neave and Cammy, hurry up and get y'all ass over here, because he said he on the way. And bitch, I'm nervous. I need one of y'all hoes here with me right goddamn now. So child, they get over there to the house, and they pull up, and child, it's Golden. It's his friend Golden. His friend with benefit Golden. Again, had you FaceTimed him, or he wouldn't have FaceTimed you, you could have started this a long time ago. This is how this shit went down. And of course, instantly, Keontae is pissed. He like, how the fuck, like, wait a minute. We just 4 months ago. You like, what the hell is going on? First, Tyler's first instinct was to be an asshole, and I will give him that. It's because Keontae was pissed, and he came at him pissed off, which you cannot blame him for being pissed off. First, Tyler is basically like, it was a joke. I added you on my foo-foo account because I wanted to snoop on my ex. Nothing was serious. Everything was a joke. I didn't have no feelings for you. Basically, it's like if you have a Sims character in VR, in virtual reality, you don't fall in love with your Sim character boyfriend. Bitch, I would have been done. I'd done. Bitch, what? I don't even know what the fuck a Sims is. And how dare you even compare me to a fucking, what? Girl, I would have been done with it then. Keontae is pissed. He goes off on him. He reads him down, which honestly, I wasn't mad at him at that point, because once you compared me to a motherfucking Sims character, I would have been goddamn done too. So Keontae gets pissed off, and again, because he's not being honest. He's like, do you love me? Do you like me? Like, is this why you did this? He's like, no, it was a joke. I didn't mean to do that. Whoop-de-whoop, yada, yada, yada. Keontae's pissed. He takes a moment to go and calm down. They finally do come back. They all sit and talk. And Golden does apologize. He does admit that he does have feelings for him, but this is his way to sort of kind of get to know Keontae more, in hopes that he can learn more about him, and I don't know, eventually make Keontae fall in love with him. Child, this girl, you could have saved a whole lot of people a whole lot of time. Had you just been real with this boy up front? Because in the end, you know, he apologized to him. It's like, you know, where do you think we can go from this? You know, where do we go from here? Keontae is like, I love you as a friend. That's it, that's all. We can't go no further than that. This is what it is. Like, how you gonna get my trust for me? Like, it just ain't even finna happen, coach. No, we can't even do it. Which, again, I ain't even mad at him for that. So they ended up, you know, going their separate ways at the end. 2-month follow-up. Child, they both still models, and they both single, and they both out here laying low and spreading it wide. Now, Keontae does say that Golden did try to talk to him again afterwards, but he shut that shit short, and they ain't talked since then, child. Again, y'all gonna get enough of this. I'm gonna need y'all to start FaceTiming with these folk on the phone. If you can't FaceTime with them, you need to have this motherfucker put up a Post-it note, write your name on it, say something like Sister Sue, seashells by the seashore, or something, any goddamn thing. Just save a whole lot of people a whole lot of time. But anything, y'all already know. If it was anything that I missed, y'all know what to do. Drop it down below and let me know. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And your Auntie Mo gonna see y'all in the next video. Peace out, y'all.